Yeah, feel great. Feel great.
All right,
I'm
stand
still
by.
mad at my computer, but it's good.
Alrighty, I'll read the lead in here. The town of Marietta is one that is so reliant on the farms for many aspects, but sometimes things go wrong. The farms seem like the easy ones to blame. Our Jack Stanky has more from Marietta.
Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, here up in central New York, it's not too uncommon to find miles and miles of farms strung together like lights on a Christmas tree. And these farms use everything. Their first and main source of fertilizer is cow manure. Now, the only issue with this tactic is that when something goes awry, the whole town can be impacted. I got a chance to speak with Mark Berger, the executive director of Soil and Water here in Onondaga County, and he was able to tell me more about what happened in Marietta.
A runoff and a well contamination event.
This event that happened led to cow manure seeping into the water supply and damaging local dairy farms' abilities to grow key New York staples.
Hay, corn, or soybeans is the traditional crops that are grown on our dairy farms here in central New York.
With agriculture and the farming business being so prominent here in central New York, a situation like this one in Marietta can cause chaos in a small town reliant on these farms to not ruin their water supply. Berger emphasized to me, though, that even though these events are rare, they are still a constant thought on people's minds.
When something like this does happen, we're on top of it real quick, and corrective action happens swiftly.
Berger and his team were well at work for weeks trying to determine how and why this happened. Margie Whipper, a local resident of Marietta who lives in the closest house to the impacted farm, told me the operation and the time it took was nothing short of all out.
It was almost 4 weeks.
And for these residents, to think about if you are going to have clean water or not that week could only lead to one emotion in the town.
Well, it was scary. A lot of the people that live in my area are older people. I have grandchildren that come to visit, and I have been pretty much using bottled water when they...
And while Margie and the rest of the locals in the town scrambled around trying to make the best of the situation they were in, they learned some pretty harsh information regarding the systems in place at these farms from the higher-ups in the water supply district.
And because of the geological substructure in our area, that it really probably wasn't safe to have CAFOs, these large animal containment systems, in our area. And then, are we safe, or should we be looking into a water district, having a water district put in?
And the last thing Margie says is something that is usually on the minds of the higher-ups, like Mark Berger. A water district is a main recommendation from the state of New York to ensure the water quality is where it should be. For the time being, though, Berger has one suggestion.
We do encourage anybody that's not on a municipal water supply, one of the best recommendations, and it's a long-standing recommendation, is to test your water at least once, if not twice a year.
As you can see, even in the winter and into the slower growing months, one small mishap on the farm can lead to people in the town feeling vulnerable every day. For NCC News, I'm Jack Stanky.